We know that if, as some people say, all of the warming that Catherine mentioned and that I mentioned, roughly 2 degrees Fahrenheit over the last 150 years, if all of that were due to the sun, a more active sun, we'd expect to see heating throughout the full extent of the atmosphere, from the top of the atmosphere down to the surface. But that's not what we see. We see a fundamentally different fingerprint, warming low down, cooling up high. And that fingerprint was predicted over 50 years ago. That's the fingerprint of increasing greenhouse gases, trapping heat more effectively in the lower atmosphere, and the upper atmosphere actually cools. Who knew that 50 years ago, when we didn't have the satellite data, that was going to be such a powerful piece of evidence for human effects on climate? But that's the kind of thing I mentioned, that the sun, volcanoes, El Niños, La Niñas, each one of those has a different characteristic pattern. And by looking at patterns in space and time, through the atmosphere, in the oceans, that's how we tease apart different influences. And that's what's really behind the 95% confidence that humans are a major force in the climate system.